Alright, so in the next update, which is going to be rolling out in a day or two, we've got obviously 3 new cars, the NASCARs, that are going to be presented in limited time series. So we got 3 limited time series, and we actually have another one for an older car, Ferrari 812 super fast. So that's of course not a NASCAR. And then they have a 6th birthday celebration, whatever that is going to be about. We'll find out once I guess February 28th rolls around. The end of February is when that's happening. By the way, the 3 new NASCAR limited time series events are actually happening at the same time, all 3. That is running, or going to be running, so all simultaneously, and it's going to be for a longer duration of time since it's for all 3 cars. So let's see, starts on, well, it's going to be starting as soon as the new update rolls out, which I'm assuming is going to be Monday, 10th of February. If you're, once again, on further eastern side of the globe, you might get it on the Tuesday, 11th. And then all 3 start at the same time and will expire at the same time on the, for me once again, it's going to be the 25th of February, which is Monday. So it's, what, running for a couple of weeks for 3 cars, which is, I suppose, pretty typical. And once that those 3 new NASCAR limited time series expire, we'll have the Ferrari one starting on the 25th or 26th, depending on where you are, and that runs till the next update rolls out, I think somewhere around there, March 4th or 3rd or 4th, somewhere around there. Now, I'm going to make a bold prediction here regarding the upgrade cost, since they've been running about the fairly constant ratio. So if you combine the cost of the car and the amount of reward that we get for completing a limited time series, that ends up being about the upgrade cost ends up being half of that cost, right? So and the 3 NASCARs that we have coming our way, they have exact same cost, and the PR requirement to complete the limited time series, they're all same as well. So for all 3 cars, they all cost 500 gold if you are to buy them outright, and the reward is going to be 65 gold per car, or per series, right? So if you combine those 2 costs, or 2 numbers together, obviously it equals to be 565, and if you divide that by half, what you get is, of course, 282.5, right? So that is, obviously, there might be some fluctuation since they don't have a decimal point cost of gold, but gives you a kind of an idea of how much I'm expecting the upgrades are going to cost per car. So that is slightly under 300 gold, right? So 280-ish is about what you should be expecting to spend per car. That is pretty costly, especially if you decide to get all 3 of them. So that is yeah, around, what is it, 840 gold for 3 new NASCARs. Somewhere between 840, I would assume, and 300. That's my bold prediction. So there you go. You heard it first here. That's gonna be in the ballpark. That's my assumption. Do I have any insider knowledge? Nope, not at all. So if, for all I know, I might be completely off here, but I'm going on the basis of the past experience of how these, how much cars have been costing to run through limited time series. So I don't see any reason why they would deviate, at least not too far away from the formula it seems like they've been using to figure out how much gold we're getting for these limited time series and how much they expect us to pay for these cars. So the thing about NASCARs, of course, is that they all kind of the driving mechanics are very similar, and aside from really liveries, I feel like the brand and model doesn't make a whole lot of difference. On weekly time trials, sometimes there's one that is better than others just because one might have a slightly higher top speed or slightly better grip. But aside from that, there really hasn't been much of a difference. I feel like that is something that seems to, well, I mean, I don't know, in real life, NASCAR races, I don't think there is I mean, it's not necessarily a manufacturer that is going to have as big of a influence as much as each team, right? And in Real Racing 3, I don't think they go as specific with each teams. I mean, if we get one car per manufacturer, it's not like we get multiple Chevys from multiple different teams, at least not anymore. The first year, or first couple of years when we've had these NASCAR events in Real Racing 3, we got a couple of Chevys. That was SS from a couple of different teams, of course. That was a while back. But then I feel like we've been just getting one team per manufacturer, and so, you know, the variation or variance within manufacturer, or in fact all the NASCARs, become kind of a moot point, I guess. So anyway, at least that's the cost, so it's not going to be a cheap update coming our way. Seems like they're trying to bring in some extra revenue. Well, they got a business to run, so we'll see how well these costly events run with the community here. In the past, when they try to pull something extreme, there's been some serious blowback and they had to pull back. So I'm not trying to organize any movements here, but if you guys find that this is kind of going out of control with all this number of cars coming each update, not that you have to buy every single one or win every single one. I certainly skipped a couple of cars in the past, especially NASCARs. So yeah, something to think about. But anyway, so there's this video would be my bold prediction for the cost. So if I think of anything else to talk about, we'll talk about it in the next video. But for now, that's it for this one. Alright, take care guys.